Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. And I'm grateful for Labor Day. You know, this week as we celebrate Labor Day, I was reading around, and it reminded me of something that an indigenous elder, Stan Rushworth, I think that's his name, said. And what he did was he pointed out the difference between a Western mindset of I have rights and an indigenous mindset of I have obligations. And that struck me deeply, really. Labor Day in the US was born out of the workers demanding rights, fair pay, safe conditions, humane hours, and those rights were essential. But if we stop there, we miss the deeper truth. And the real invitation of Labor Day is to remember our obligations. Think of it. Okay, obligations to the past, to honor those who sacrificed so much for the protections we now enjoy. Obligations to the present, to respect and value the dignity of all work, whether seen or unseen. And then obligations to the future, to ensure that the workplaces and the communities we shape today will strengthen families, inspire leaders, and bless generations yet to come. So this fits nicely with what we call the thriver or the river mindset. It's not about holding on to a reservoir of rights for myself. It's about keeping the river of obligations flowing, arrows out. Instead of arrows in, we got arrows out, serving faith, family, and community. And that's what creates what we call positive generational impact. So here's the question for this Labor Day week. What obligation can I embrace today that will ripple forward to bless others tomorrow? Start asking yourself, how can I turn this right I claim into an obligation I can live? And if I do, then it turns the arrows out. I have the right to earn a paycheck. So that, which becomes the obligation. I have the obligation to use my work to uplift my family, my community, others. Well, what about I have the right to rest on weekends. Okay, I'm making it as simple as possible. I owe it to my loved ones to show up rested, engaged, and present, to be even more. What about I have the right to free speech? I have the obligation to speak in ways that encourage, build trust, and inspire future generations. See, by turning those rights back out and identify them as opportunities, which is a better word than obligation. So I'm changing right in the middle of this, changing that word obligation to opportunity. So as we move into Labor Day, how can I turn this right I claim into an obligation / opportunity? What if this right that I hold so dear is just really an opportunity that I can build on or an obligation that I owe? What obligations can we embrace today rather than rights that I deserve, right? That will ripple forward to bless others tomorrow. Because I believe when we live out our opportunities, our obligations, so the past, the present, and future, that's when we truly honor the full meaning of Labor Day. Enjoy this week. Think about it. I'm going to be thinking all week long about obligations, opportunities, and rights. And I think there's a lot of wisdom there. So I'd be interested in hearing what your thoughts are or what your thinking is and our experiences. Please share. And if it sounds good to you, get some other people sharing by sharing with them. Have a meaningful Labor Day week. I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye-bye.